Welcome everyone to the third Thursday meetup of the West Orlando WordPress Meetup Group. I'm Rob Watson, a co-organizer and host. West Orlando WordPress is an official WordPress meetup group and is affiliated with the main WordPress Orlando and WordCamp US meetup groups. Tonight we are sponsored by ChipBot, a face-to-face video, a live chat, and a knowledge base, all in one easy-to-use tool for your website. ChipBot produces software that helps both businesses and their clients during any online interaction. ChipBot's WordPress plugin is easy to use, and the service can act as both a doorman and an aide, welcoming customers and assisting them with the questions that will move you closer to a sale. Visit getchipbot.com today and sign up for a free account. Use promo code WOWP to get 50% off your first month. In this session, we'll explore a new e-commerce engine for WordPress. Prodigy Commerce is a powerful alternative to WooCommerce for building stores with WordPress. This presentation will focus on how WordPress designers, developers, and agencies can create beautiful, fully functional stores for their clients with only one free open source plugin connected to a hosted platform that's free at any scale. Prodigy represents the best of both worlds, the WordPress CMS and complete design flexibility coupled with a Shopify-like backend experience for store owners. After a handful of introductory slides, Brian will dive right into a live demo of the platform and answer any questions you may have. Brian McGowan has 20 plus years of experience working at the intersection of technology and finance, the vast majority of which has been entrepreneurial in nature. He co-founded Prodigy Commerce in 2018, hired a team of 10 software engineers, and worked with them to lay the architectural foundation for and conceive the design of the company's SaaS platform and WordPress plugin. Given their recent commercial launch, he's now focused on communicating the benefits of their e-commerce solution for WordPress to the community of developers, designers, and agencies. His educational background includes a BS in finance from California State University, Northridge in 2001, and an MBA from Pepperdine University in 2004. At this point, I'd like to invite everyone to mute their microphones for the presentation. Brian, thank you for being our presenter this evening, and the time is now yours.
Thanks, Rob, and thank you all for joining. Let me just share my screen here. Okay, so let me start with just a little background on how Prodigy Commerce got started. Several years ago, I was running another business, and I ended up working with some clients who were using WordPress and WooCommerce. And at that point in time, I was already pretty familiar with WordPress. And I had a lot of experience working with other big e-commerce platforms outside of the WordPress space. But it was the first time that I had really come across WooCommerce and dug into them. So, as I was learning about them and, figuring them out, it kind of surprised me to find out that they were really the only credible e-commerce solution in the WordPress space. They have something like a 95% market share of e-commerce in WordPress. And, I kind of looked at that and I thought it was a big opportunity because a market that big really needs some choices. And I thought that there were some fundamental things that we could do differently that would be improvements and that probably a lot of other people in the WordPress community would appreciate. So, it looked like an interesting project, and I felt like it was something I just had to do. So, I assembled the team, and we got to work building it. And at this point, we've been through a couple of rounds of beta users, gathered that feedback. We've, fine-tuned some things, changed some approaches, and we're now at a point where we've got a really solid product that's, a good solution for a lot of use cases. Oops. Okay, there. So, those fundamental things that, I thought we could do differently and improve upon include the following. One, we wanted to provide a hosted platform that the store owner could use to manage their day-to-day business. So everything from managing their product catalog and inventory to managing orders, including payments, fulfillment, printing shipping labels, handling returns. All of that is done on our hosted platform. And this gets the store owner out of WordPress admin, which to us just felt like the wrong place for that type of activity to be happening. Another big goal that we had was to provide a fully functional e-commerce platform with only one plugin on the WordPress side. So, our plugin, as you'll see as I go through, our plugin is really focused on connecting the data from the hosted platform and providing the tools for the front end design and development. And our platform was built specifically for WordPress, our platform and plugin. So, there's no other front end option for our platform. It's only for WordPress. Some of the other big platforms out there have tried to, create a WordPress plugin. But those efforts really didn't work because it was kind of an afterthought. They never really put the work into them to make them a great product. We're committed to continuing to invest in, WordPress and our platform. The other big thing that we wanted to do is we wanted our solution to be free for developers, agencies, and store owners. So we don't charge any monthly subscription fees, plugin, or app fees. And the way we did this is we decided to build our business model around payment processing. So we've partnered with the payment processors on our platform, and they share a portion of their revenue with us. So the store owner gets the same rates that they would get with any of the popular payment processors. And, they get a free e-commerce platform with that. So it's really a win-win situation. And our interests are entirely aligned with the store owner. We want to focus on building features that help them sell more, because that obviously benefits us as well. So to accomplish that goal of one plugin and keeping everything free, there were some core integrations that we had to include. So we have a partnership with a company called ShipEngine for shipping calculations and label printing. It works with currently USPS, UPS, FedEx, and DHL. ShipEngine is a subsidiary of Stamps.com. So another benefit is, through our relationship with them, store owners that are using our platform get a free Stamps.com account, which is normally $18 per month. And then they also benefit from the lower postage rates through Stamps.com. So that's a nice little benefit of that integration. And we cover the cost of the queries for shipping rates. The store owner obviously pays their own postage, though. For sales tax, we've partnered with TaxJar. So there's no need to create a bunch of complicated tax tables in our settings. The store owner enters the addresses where they have a business location, and everything else is automated. And for fraud analysis, we partnered with MaxMind. And this provides on every order a fraud score and the factors that went into that fraud score. So the store owner can make an educated decision on whether they want to accept or reject an order. And I'm sure any of you who have been involved in e-commerce, know that poorly managed fraud analysis can, end up being the most expensive line item for an e-commerce store. As I mentioned, our business is based around payment processing. So we have a number of high quality payment processors integrated. And we also have Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel integrations. So store owners can track the results of marketing campaigns all the way through the checkout process. Another nice feature that we have included for free is subscriptions. This can be an expensive add-on in WooCommerce and on other platforms. We've made it to be very efficient to set up. The way we did our subscriptions integration is you create a subscription plan, and then you can add multiple rules to that plan. So you can create a scenario where on the front end, a customer will see a product that they can say buy on a one-time purchase, or they can select from several subscription options. They maybe get it monthly or bi-monthly or quarterly. So it's very flexible. Our cart can accommodate holding items that are subscription and non-subscription at the same time. So that's nice for increasing the average order value. You can cross-sell products without having to worry about what's already in the cart. We also have a full Elementor integration. We've got 25 widgets that basically cover every template within our plugin. We also have an Elementor Pro theme builder integration, so you can create product archive templates and single product templates. And those can also be targeted to specific categories and tags. So if you have different design needs for different types of products, that's very flexible. And we've also included the cart page and the order confirmation page. Our hosted platform was built, with a big focus on speed and security. So it's running on AWS. We are PCI compliant. And for customer support, we have multiple channels. We're available through phone, online chat, email. We have a help center with support ticket capability. So we want to hear from our clients. It's the way that we learn and can improve our product over time. We didn't want to be one of those companies that throws up a support forum and then goes into hiding. Some of the things that we're working on that are coming soon, some more page builder integrations on the WordPress side. Next on our list is Divi and Gutenberg. On the hosted platform, we are adding some express checkout options, Apple Pay and Google Pay, as well as some other enhancements to the checkout. And then product bundles and digital products, so we can expand the use cases that we can handle. So now I'm going to jump into the live demo and show you a few things. So I'll start on the hosted platform and then toggle over to the WordPress side and show you how it all kind of connects up. So when I log into the hosted platform, it's a multi-store platform. So with one user ID login, I can create multiple stores or be members of stores that other people have created they own. And if I'm a developer and I've create stores for clients, I can create them, get them all set up, and then transfer ownership over to the client when the time's right. So we'll take a look at this store for the demo today. I'm going to start with some of the settings real quick. So in the general settings, the main thing I wanted to show you is this is where you would upload a logo and favicon for the store. And as soon as you do that, the platform becomes branded for that store. So all of the admin panel plus the hosted checkout and customer portal will all show the customer, the store branding at that point. The shipping settings are kind of an important piece of the platform. So let's take a look at that. As I mentioned, we've got USPS, FedEx, UPS, and DHL integrated. You can connect those here. When you create a store, by default, we add a test USPS, so you can, during the development process, you can, have something working, for test purposes. If the store owner wants to take advantage of the free stamps.com account, they would just click this link here to sign up for that. Like I said, there's no monthly fee. They just pay their postage. For the other three, FedEx, UPS, and DHL, the store owner has to have an account with them. So they set that up on the carrier site. And then, once they have that, they come here, enter a little bit of information, and it connects their account. So once you've got at least one carrier ready to go, you can create as many shipping zones as you need. I've got one set up here for the United States, so I'll just show you that one. For the region, you can add multiple countries to a shipping zone. So if you have a group of countries that you use one carrier and the same service levels for, you can group those together into one zone. If you want to offer free shipping, you can enable that. You can set a threshold. If you only want to offer it for orders over $100, you could do something like that. If you want to offer free shipping on all orders, you can change this to 0, and you can just delete this carrier. Or maybe you want to leave the carrier and just show an expedited service level. So in the carrier settings here, you can select which service levels to show for this zone. It's best to keep it to, just a few to, avoid confusing the customer on the front end. So here I've got, just 3 service levels selected. If you want to mark up the calculated rates, to cover for maybe slight differences that occur from checkout to when you're actually packaging and shipping, you can do that. So that's our shipping integration. It's pretty easy to set up. I wanted to show you a couple things on our checkout settings. So you can customize the look and feel of the checkout. This is a preview of step 1 of the checkout process. And over in this left panel, you can customize fonts, background colors, text colors, buttons. So when a customer transitions from cart to checkout with the customer branding and these color and font customizations, it feels seamless. They feel like they're on the same site. Also in the checkout settings, you can choose whether customer accounts are optional, disabled, or required. If it's set to optional, you can choose whether to start the checkout on the first step of checkout or the customer login page. In either case, they can always get to the other. So if you start them on the login page, they can click a button to check out as a guest. And if you start them on the first step, they can click a link to log in. So it's really just a preference there. And you can also set, some policies that, will show up as links on the checkout for compliance purposes. Okay, so let me show you orders real quick. So when A new order comes in. This is where the store owner will find their orders. The new ones are always at the top of the list. And the statuses and these filters can be used to quickly get to the ones that require some action. So here's one that the payment is authorized and it's unfulfilled. When I go in here, you can see that, there's several products on this. And up in this right corner, this always guides the store owner, on what the next action is. So you can't fulfill an order until you've received the payment. So let me just show you this, capture payment. Kind of a neat thing that we did that's, a little hard to do with WooCommerce is you can do multiple captures, payment captures against an order and multiple fulfillments. So let's say that this second item was out of stock right now, but I'll have it in a week. So I can set that to 0, and then I can capture payment for these 2 items. And then next week I can come and I can capture payment for this 1 item, and I can fulfill them separately. So I can get this one out the door right away. And then when this one's ready, I can do that. For now, I'll just capture payment on all of them. So once the order's paid, or at least 1 item is paid, that opens up the fulfillment process. So if I go here, again, like I said, you can create a fulfillment for all of the items, or if you need to pack these in separate boxes, you might, create 2 fulfillments, and you just adjust the quantities as needed here. There's 2 options. Let's say if you're using some third-party service to generate labels and print shipping, you can just mark it as fulfilled, enter tracking and carrier information. Or you can create a label. If I just select the box there, it'll then show me this is what the customer selected on checkout. But if there's a comparable service, that's cheaper, as a store owner, I can change this and buy the shipping label. And once I've done that, I can print the label from here. And you can also generate returns. So, if I want to do a return, I can send a return label to the customer. And, this would then go into a queue of returns here, that are, it would be pending receipt initially. You're waiting for the customer to send the item back. And then once that's done, you can, mark it as received and issue a refund for the item. Okay, so this is the products. This is where the store owner would manage their product catalog. So this is a product, kind of the normal stuff you'd expect. You've got a title, description. You can control the visibility. So if this was a draft and I didn't want this to show up on the storefront yet, I can mark it not visible. You can add multiple categories, assign it to multiple categories, add tags. You can add a gallery of images, adjust the cropping on the images. I can rearrange the order of these, change the primary image just by dragging them around. You can enable shipping and tax on the product here. Attributes, variants, and options is something that I think we did a nice job on. We separated these into a couple of different sections here. So descriptive attributes are those things like brand that don't need to be selected on the checkout in the cart. They're just, descriptive. And these are great for using for filters on the front end. Things like size and color that are used for variants, you would add those in this section. Then once you enable variants, we automatically generate all the combinations for those attribute values. And then you can edit the variants. So if like this one wasn't available, I can change the visibility of it. You can manage the price at the variant level, including sale prices, manage weight and dimension. For inventory, we have two different methods. You can either use just these simple in stock, out of stock statuses, or if you do track inventory, you can enter quantities here, and our system will automatically adjust the quantities as orders and returns are processed. You can also adjust some SEO data here that will flow through to the WordPress side. You can enter related products, upsells and cross sells. You can add as many of those as you like. You can create a nested category tree. You can go as many levels deep as you want to. You can add images to a category. Again, you can also control some SEO data that flows through to the category pages on the front end of WordPress. Attributes are also kind of managed globally here. So if you want to manage that list, you can do that here. And when you're creating or editing a product, you can also add attributes and values kind of on the fly from the product as well. Subscriptions. So this is what I was talking about on the slide, subscription plans. So I've created a plan here that allows for one-time purchase, monthly or bi-monthly. So this checkbox here indicates if it's available for one-time purchase. If this was only a subscription item, I would just uncheck that. And then I've got two conditions set up here. One for a monthly subscription. And for that, I've added a discount of 20%. You don't have to do that. You can turn it off if you want to. And then I've got a bi-monthly plan here where I have a 10% discount. And once you've created a plan like this, if you have hundreds of products that all, are sold under those same rules, you just add all of the products to this subscription plan. And then once customers start buying subscription items, the subscription shows up in this list here. And you can edit the subscription. So let's say the customer calls you and they want to change the frequency, or they want to skip an order. You can adjust the next run date. You can also edit, a lot of things here, like adding a discount or changing the price, shipping address. And when this next run date comes, all this does is it generates a new order, which you've just managed like all the rest of the orders in the orders section, capture payment, fulfill, etc. So let me toggle over to the WordPress side now. Okay, so when you install our plugin, you end up with this Prodigy in the left menu here. And we've got a list of, the synchronized products, categories, and attributes. And this is really just a convenience. As I was just showing you, this data is really managed over on our platform. But this is a nice check to see that all of your data was synchronized over to WordPress properly. So, if you were having a problem and a product wasn't showing up, you could go here and see if it was synced. Now, when a WordPress site is on a publicly available host, everything syncs automatically. So there's rarely a need to come in here and sync the data. But if something did go wrong and you had products that were unsynced here, you would just click this link here and that would fix the issue. In the settings, we really have very few settings on the WordPress side. There's a setup wizard that gets initiated when the plugin is activated, and it takes you through connecting a store and installing some demo content if you want to, demo products and categories, etc. If you need to get back to that wizard, you can get back to it through the settings page. Product settings, you can control the shop page that acts as your main product archive. You can control the slugs that lead to the single product pages, product category archives, and product tag archives. You can enable or disable reviews and ratings on products. Let's see. You can control the page that acts as your cart, or thank you is basically the order confirmation page. And then let me go over to the front end now. So this is a live demo that's connected to that same store in our platform that I was just showing you. So this is what the main shop page can look like. So we've got attribute filters. So if you want to filter by a brand, you can quickly get to that. Category navigation, price filter, product search, breadcrumbs, sorting. We also have a nice quick view feature where you can just kind of see some more detail of a product without leaving the shop page. And then if I click on a product, this is what a product detail page looks like in our platform. So you can select some options there and add it to the cart. And this is what the cart page looks like. If you proceed to checkout, as you can see, like I mentioned, it's branded for the store. This background is customized to match what we've got on the store. The customer can always get back to the cart through this link here. And then let me show you. So this product archive was created with our Elementor integration. Our plugin does have standard templates that that work with any theme. But for this one that looks similar to this, for this one, I've used Elementor, and this archive is made up of these 8 widgets over in the panel here. So everything's broken down and can be, rearranged and laid out how you want. So the filters, browse. Let me just go into the product archive widget. So, you can do things here like if you want 4 products per row or 2, you can adjust that. Number of products per page. You can change the visibility of, some of the elements. And then on the style tab here, we've got many different categories. Every element in here, we've got style controls. So you can really make it look the way you want to make it look. And let me just show you the single product version of that. So similar concept. This is made up of these 10 widgets. So, you can rearrange these in any way you like. And, they also, have a ton of styles, so every widget has a full set of styles to control it. Let's see. One other thing, I wanted to just show you how I was talking about subscriptions, how a subscription product looks on the front end here. So after I select the options here, see, this is connected to that subscription plan that I was showing you. So, You have the option to buy it as a one-time order for $40. Or if you want to look at the subscription options, I can get it monthly for $32 or every 2 months for $36. Okay, so I think that is kind of everything that I wanted to show you here. So I guess we can now open it up for questions.
Thanks so much. This is really great. I've been waiting for something like this, something competitive to WooCommerce, and this seems to be it for a lot of people that I know that would love something as usable and easy to master as this. So thank you so much.